Hey yogis, Wahe crew, hi. Welcome to Yin. So very needed, so very necessary at this busy time. Um, so supposedly we're in a portal. 10:10 was yesterday, and for 10 days we have this um, opportunity for shifts and change and um, yeah, there's a lot going on. So I'm just so grateful to be here, to be able to do yin together. So find yourself hopefully in a quiet space. Have a blanket if you have yoga blocks or a bolster or a pillow so that you can feel supported. Because in yin, if we can't quite reach the ground, we want to be able to bring the ground up to meet us and our bodies. So let's sit. I'm sitting on a blanket, and if you need to sit on your pillow to become a little higher in your body, please do so you can sit comfortably. Close your eyes down and start to call in your breath. Feel the spine tall, but notice if you can find a softness in your being. So when we're not sitting up rigid, we're tall in our spine, but there's a softness. Start to soften your bones and then soften the muscles and then soften the skin. And so you almost feel, I would like to say, permeable, where energy and power can go in and out of your body. So watch your breath. Breathe and expand, and then each exhale we soften into the ground. Feeling your body composed of earth, water, air, and fire. Feel open to the relaxation and the possibility of slowing down and releasing all of the to do and the mental chatter. Try to let that settle down into the bottom of your body like cool, calm water resting in the belly. Invite an openness and a permeable nature to the boundaries and the borders that are your skin. And we'll begin with some Nadi Shodhana, bringing the right hand up, using the thumb and the ring finger to alternate closing the nostrils. Right thumb will close right nostril to allow the inhale to come through the left. Try not to rush the breath, but take it into completion. When the breath is full, close the left nostril, slow to open the right, and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Slowly, when the breath is full, close the right, exhale left. Continue with your own breath rhythm. Inhaling through one side. Closing it down to exhale through the opposite side. The inhale comes from the same side that you exhaled. Get into this deep rhythm. Any sounds or vibrations that need to come out as you do this. Couple more rounds. And when you exhale fully on the left nostril, let that be the last side. Remove your hand and breathe in and out through both nostrils. Noticing any shifts in your body. And slowly come onto all fours, tabletop position. If you have sensitive knees, you can bring your blanket underneath your knees. Hands are stacked underneath the shoulders, spreading the fingers as wide as they will go. And just begin to shift the weight back, bum to heels, and then press the chest forward, keeping the spine flat. Fingers spread, shift forward and back. Inhale to come forward, heart forward. Exhale back. 2 more. Feel the movement. Let it be slow and mindful. And slowly, last one, come back to center. Round the spine, cat pose, tuck chin, tuck chest. Exhale the lower belly into cow. Look up, eyes stretch. Inhale to round, pressing breath into the back of the body. Exhale to lower, option to exhale through the mouth. Feel the spine, keep going. Two more. We round to inhale, pulling navel to spine, tucking the chin. We exhale to lower. Last round, roll it up, reach it up. And lower the belly, look up. Hold cow pose for a moment. Pull shoulders back, lift through the gaze, lift through the chin. Breathe into the abdomen. Come back into a flat spine. Take your pillow or your blocks and bring it in front of the body. I'm going to do mine on its highest level, which is sideways. You can also do it on its lower level. Bring your forearms to the support. Blocks work just as well. Tail stays above and hips are balanced above the knees. So we're not going back to child's pose. We're staying up and we're lowering the heart, the head, and the chest towards the ground. Anahata, trying to get the heart to the earth. Take 5 breaths. Feel the shoulders really open. This can be intense. If it's too much, lower the support and allow that to be the height of the arms. Breathe long and deep. Try to soften the heart and the chest. Let the earth energy permeate into the heart, into the lungs. Full breath, no holding of the breath, letting the breath be deep and long without force. Last breath. Super slow, start to come up. Shift your weight so that your hips and your abdomen come onto the ground. Forearms and elbows stay on the support. Feet wide, press the palms together, balancing right and left hemisphere of the body, and look up for a big Sphinx pose. Exhale, bring your chin to your chest. Inhale, chin high. So we're working through cervical vertebra, the neck. Exhale down. 2 more. Feel expansion of your breath beyond the borders of your body and your skin. Take the head up to neutral. Bring the chin to the right shoulder, looking past the right shoulder. And then all the way to the left. One more to each side. Keep the breath flowing deeply into the abdomen and the belly. Inhale back to center, look up, expand chest, heart, and chin. Tuck the toes, press up so that you can roll the bolster 1 more layer towards the body, and then come back to laying down so that the abdomen and the pelvis are resting, supported on the bolster. Chest comes to the ground, heart and breast and forehead to the ground. Arms are either cactus elbows or supporting your head with the palms like a pillow. This can be a lot for the organs. If you're pregnant, do not do this one. Rest in child's pose. If you are on your cycle or having any digestive issues, this can help. So we're pressing all of those lower organs into the bolster and settling in to breathe. Follow your breath. Relax, let gravity take you. Feel the earth energy, the most powerful source of energy. Its energy permeating our body and allowing ourselves to charge up. Being embodied in the moment. Five more breaths. Keep softening as much as you can. Super slow, begin to come up. We're gonna press slow to tabletop. Woo, I definitely felt that in my organs. When you come out, you can feel that rush of blood and lymph. Move the bolster a tiny bit more down, and then the knees will be resting on the bolster, and now the abdomen is on the ground. And we're going to bend the knees so that we're getting a big opening to the psoas. So if you want to stay in Sphinx pose where your elbows are supporting you, this is going to take you into a deeper back bend. If that's too much, lay flat and just allow the knees to rest up on the bolster with bent knees. I'm going to stay up high to get a little bit more stretch through the frontal plane of my hips and my abdomen. This could be too much for you. If it is, lay flat and just let the legs rest with gravity. So we breathe now into the hip flexors, into the psoas, a deep mother muscle. So good for the ovaries, the lower organs of the body. We have 5 more breaths, so do your best. Be present, watch the breath expanding beyond your vessel. Two more full breaths. When you're ready, you can straighten your legs. Press into the hands so that you can come back to a child's pose. Knees on the blanket, and you can turn the bolster long ways so that you can use it for support, or you can not utilize it. Knees are wide, body rests. Big toes should be touching. Tail is heavy to the back, heavy to the heels. And just soften the arms and breathe into child's pose. I like to turn my head to one side, so just see if you can settle one temple into the bolster. Relax your jaw and your tongue as you settle in for the breath. Notice the sensations in your body. Hopefully it feels nurturing and restful. And if your head is to one side, pick it up and bring it to the opposite side for 5 more breaths. Breath is so big, it goes beyond the lungs, into the kidneys, into the back, and beyond our bodies to merge with the wind. Shoulders are relaxed. Last 2 breaths. Make sure to exhale completely all of the breath out. Head returns to center, palms down. Press up slowly. Tuck the toes. Shift your weight back into your heels so you're in Malasana, squat pose. And if squat is a challenge for you, which I know a lot of people in our culture cannot do this posture, you can place a pillow or blocks under your butt, almost like you're just sitting. Or you can also roll up your blanket, bringing the blanket under your heels if your heels are elevated, right? That's a lot of tension in the ankles and the calves if you can't get your feet down onto the ground. So we'll only be here 5 breaths, but see if you can really drop into squat. So the knees are wide, the toes are only as wide as the knees. Sometimes I see this hyper external rotation and it's not necessary. And then the hands will come down to the ground. And I invite you to bow your head, letting the chin rest on the chest. Start your breath count now. Hopefully you feel a sense of security. You can stay in this posture, maybe not super comfortable, but it's sustainable for 4 more breaths. Feel the pelvis and the legs and the sensations that arrive. Two more breaths. We will shift to a forward fold for the next posture. Keep the feet wide and just extend the legs slow. Keeping a big bend into the knees, let your body cascade towards the ground. Relax your head, relax your neck, relax your arms. We have 5 long breaths, so just folding, bowing, melting down, letting the whole body go. If there's tension in your neck, shake the head to really truly release the weight of your skull. Can be 8 to 15 pounds, that head. Let it go. Last 2 breaths. To release, walk your hands forward. We're going to make it to our bum. So bring your knees down first. See if you can come back into a cross-legged pose. Feeling the hamstrings, feeling the backs of the legs. I'm super noticing the glutes where the hamstrings come into the glutes, a lot of relief. So come into a seated posture. Bubble your head right to left. Open your mouth, stick out your tongue. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky, reach up. Exhale, press hands down. Couple rounds, we just clear that aura. And then we release. Follow your breath. Inhale to reach. Exhale to lower. Inhale to reach. Exhale to lower. Fingertips resting on the ground. Arms are reaching away from your body. So we're touching the earth with our fingertips, but there's an extension to the arms and the shoulders move down. Left ear to left shoulder. Try not to lean forward or back. We are laterally moving. Inhale, head to center. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Keep the extension of the arms. Check if you're leaning forward. I tend to stay lateral. Inhale, back to center. Bring the arms straight out. Turn the palms up to the sky. Extend extra long through the arms. Let the shoulders release down. Breathe into your heart from fingertip to heart to fingertip. Extend the thumbs slightly back in space to open this meridian wider. Start to twist to the right, keeping the arms horizontal in line with the shoulders. And then once you get to that full extension, hands get involved, right hand behind you, left hand helps you to spiral your spine. 5 breaths this side. Massage the organs with the breath. Last big breath. Lift the arms back to horizontal, palms to the sky, come back to center. And we pause in the middle, letting the spiraling, the cleansing unfurl. Fingertips are reaching, palms up, and we sit neutral and we reach. Come into that neutral spine, tail connected to earth, crown connected to cosmos. Spiral to the left, keeping the arms parallel to the ground. Get into that spiral twist to the left as much as you can. When you arrive, the hands come down to ground, into that left knee and behind you. Sit up tall, exhale, spiral to the left. Legs are relaxed, breath, massaging the organs on this side. Two more breaths. Bring the gaze past the left shoulder. To unwind, the arms come back to horizontal and we slowly spiral back to center, checking in with that extension and feeling the spiraling and the unwinding. Reach longer, palms are up. Extend thumbs back in space to open and elongate that heart meridian. Bring the palms up slowly, slowly. They come overhead. Eventually the palms will touch. And the hands will come down, resting the thumbs at the third eye. Close the eyes. Breathe in through that space at the center of the skull. Exhale fully. Slide the hands to the throat, thumbs resting at the throat. Breathe into the throat center. Exhale fully. Taking those thumbs to the heart center. Breathe into that heart space. Breathe out fully. Sliding the hands down to the solar plex. Really root those thumbs into the solar plexus at the base of where the ribs come together. Breathe into that space, your personal power. Breathe out fully. Point the fingertips down and connect the pinky side of your hand to your navel center. Breathe in through that space. Breathe out. Create the hands like a little bowl, left hand on the bottom, and tuck them down into your root. Breathe into that space. Breathe out fully. Release the hands, release the legs, take the legs out wide. Taking the legs as wide as they'll go, bringing your pillow or your blocks to the front of the body. Once your legs get as wide as they'll go, release your feet. So you don't want this flexion like in a traditional yang yoga class. Soften the feet and then slow start to roll, lean, fold forward, allowing the earth to rise to you. So this can be a really intense stretch if you have tight adductors, tight hips. Some people sitting up, this is enough. So if you're sitting up all the way and you feel an intense stretch in this inner meridian of your legs, stay. If you feel you can bow to the bolster, you can turn the bolster to its highest level to support you. You can take it low. You don't actually need one, but just go to that level of stretch where you feel it, where you notice it, and then sink it. And do your best to relax. So we're not muscling or using the muscles to pull or force ourselves into the body. We're embodying this nature of relaxation, of slowing down. So just fold forward, release, and relax. Stay here in this posture. Be relaxed and calm. Let the breath channel deep down into your body and let the exhale release tension. Follow your breathing. And the goal is to stay still. So, sorry, I'm moving around a bunch or a bit. But when you find the posture, see if you can remain in that posture and remain calm and still. If there's an energy of fidgeting or constantly adjusting, the goal is to avoid and to not address every little discomfort, but to remain still. Holding this posture for 5 more breaths. Feel the breath going into the spaces that need extra love and opening. Next inhale, start to rise out. Bring the fingertips behind the knees to bring the feet together, sliding the feet away from the body. So not traditional Baddha Konasana where the feet are super close. If you need a blanket, bring the blanket so that your ankles are comfortable and the feet are touching, but they're a width away from the body. So we're creating this big, beautiful diamond of truth with our legs. Then we'll begin to bow forward. You can use your pillow, or you can just simply rest your elbows on your legs and maybe rest your head on your feet if that's available, or just let the head hang. Stretching the whole back body, the knees, the hips, and the ankles. Follow your breath. Soften through the pelvis, the throat, and the chest. As you breathe, let the exhale, again, permeate beyond the boundaries of your body. So that exhale going into the deepest parts, the inhale expands beyond this room, beyond this physical body. Last 2 breaths here. Coming up nice and slow. Keep the legs in this position for a moment. Bring the arms wide. Palms point forward, open into a back bend, complement the forward fold. And then bring the arms forward, palms pointing to each other, and then point the palms away from each other. Right hand comes over top, we cross at the wrists, and we interlace our fingers. Thread the thumbs towards the heart and see if you can come for extension. If you get to right here, that's okay. You can always loosen your grip. Couple breaths, feel the wrists, forearms, ulna radius. Ooh. Slow to unwind. Release the grip, open the arms, palms point forward, big back. Exhale, bring palms towards each other, palms point away, thumbs point to the ground. Left hand interlaces with right. Grab the hands, thread, hands to heart, and then extend. I used to be able to do this so well, and after doing body work now for 3 years, this is so challenging. So we got to keep our flexibility and our softness. Breathe deep. And unwind. Good. Last time, open up. Palms point forward, but we expand the heart, the chest, and the chin. And then reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands down. Bring the feet to the mat. Feet are hips distance. Hands behind you for support. And bring the knees right to left. Lift your toes and just roll out the knees. Big deep breaths. Feel the hips. 2 more rounds. Beautiful. Bring it back to center. Grab for your support, your bolster or your block, and bring long waves. Tail comes to the edge. So we're letting it become an extension of the spine as we recline back. Make sure your butt is on the ground and your back is supported by the bolster. If you don't have a bolster, use your blocks, bringing one block along the spine and one block for your head. So in essence, you're in back bend, you're in fish pose. You can take the feet to touch, knees open. You can also rest with knees pointing to the sky. Try to find a comfortable position. And if you like, arms reach overhead. So we find this place where we can just settle in. Settle in, become relaxed. Let your body, the frontal plane of your body, really open. So in these supported back bends, we're calling in this beautiful opening to the heart, the chest, the chin. Long, deep breathing. This one is very supported, so we'll stay for about 10 breaths, 10 more breaths. Again, try not to fidget, try to settle in and breathe. Five more breaths, enjoying the silence and the stillness in your body. Last two breaths. And if your arms are overhead, release them down. We're slowly going to come up to seated to remove the support so that we can come to laying down flat on our backs for full Shavasana. Extend the legs wide. Extend the arms wide, feel supported on the ground, and just take this time, this mini death, to release and sink into the earth. Do your best to settle. We have about 4 minutes for Shavasana, so that can feel forever and it can also feel short. See if you can be present in this time and quiet and just reflect on your body. Not talking, not instruction, not all of the sounds of normal life. We stay quiet and we drop right in. And I invite you, if you have the space and the time, to remain in Shavasana as long as you like. If you need to finish your practice and go on with your evening or your day whenever you're practicing this. Please do it slowly and mindfully, taking a moment either on the ground or when you come to seated to bring in reverence for your body, the embodiment of slowing down, and the embodiment of this earth. I'll finish with a little song speaking to the elements. Tierra mi cuerpo, agua mi sangre, aire mi aliento, fuego mi espíritu, fuego mi espíritu. And thank you for practicing with me this yin yoga for embodiment. Many blessings. Namaste.